Tonight, on this episode, we are exploring the myth of man.
All right. Did you have anything you wanted to pull up, or because you know more about this kind
I
of?
did. Well, I mean, this sums it up. We can start. So I'll say this for the Rum Dummers. Welcome, Rum Dummers, to episode 50.
50,
and
big 5-0.
Big 5-0. And Carl Jung, a very famous psychologist of mine, he's a hero of mine, a very famous psychologist of mine. Yeah, he psych read me. No,
I bred him from my loins.
Yes, yeah, right. He's of mine. My favorite psychologist of all time. And my brother is not real well versed in Carl Jung, so we're going to learn a little bit today. We're just going to spitball. And unfortunately, I didn't. This was all off the cuff, so unfortunately, I'm not doing it that much service. But it'll be fun to try and see us squirm and.
That's the whole point of the Rum Dum podcast.
That's the whole point.
Actually, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Speaking of that being the whole point, is us trying to squirm and figure shit out on the fly. There was this. I saw this TikTok about. There's this guy that had a public access like TV show where he talked about conspiracy theories and shit. Like think of a super low rent Alex Jones with like a curtain behind him, and the name of his show was Dirge for the Charlatans.
Interesting.
That could have been the name of our show, bro. That shit would have been so fucking Dirge for the Charlatans.
We're just not that smart, bro. We couldn't.
That goes hard as far. Well, we could have called it.
What does the word dirge mean? I don't even know what dirge.
Dirge. It's like an old timey word for like a eulogy, I think.
Oh wow!
So it's like talking sadly about the passing of the people that like a charlatan, someone that pretends to know what they're talking about. But we could have called it we could have called it Dirge of the Charlatans, because we're the charlatans talking about how like fucked up everything's falling apart. World War III. Dirge of the Charlatans.
Maybe we'll try something new. Who knows? We're always up for interpretation.
I was like, let me cook. We welcome to the Dirge of the Charlatans. That could be like that could be a t-shirt. That could be a t-shirt where it's like a metal album cover. Kind of like I tried to do for the AI will not replace us thing with the curb stop. The fucking Dirge of the Charlatans metal band t-shirt.
But you're kind of copying Homeboy, you know?
Well, no, but he was no. This is very distinct, right? He was Dirge for the Charlatans. We're Dirge of the Charlatans.
We got our own thing going on for sure.
So it was a public access TV show from like the 80s. Like, I mean, come the fuck on.
No one remembers. Yeah, we just don't need to bring it up anymore.
We don't need to talk. We'll delete that. We'll bleep that from the episode.
Yeah, we'll delete that part.
All right, back to Jungian.
Back to Carl Jung.
Okay, everybody, back to our back to your regularly scheduled programming of Jungian psychology with my co-host Fluxliner. Take us away.
Well, our subject is the myth of modern man, and I want to preface this by a little, maybe Jung's point of view on what myth is. Jung noted that modern individuals often claim to live by myths. Yet he questioned whether this is truly the case, acknowledging that many no longer live within any coherent myth framework. He argued that myth is not fiction, but a vital expression of the psyche, revealing deeper truths that science cannot capture. So that's just a nice way of saying that our stories that we make, are even the Hollywood stories and the stories that we write and read and capture our imagination. It's tough to think of myth as especially being in the Christian West, to think that the stories in the Bible are myth, because if you say myth, it automatically means they're not true. They're just some fable. But the way they exist in your mind, they're the ones that construct your morality and your ethics.
Yeah, because mythology, from my understanding, it kind of means that in the modern vernacular, but calling something a mythology doesn't necessarily mean you're saying that it's untrue.
Yeah, but it can definitely give that connotation.
Exactly, in the modern context. But I don't think that technically means, like, if you're saying someone's living by the Christian mythology, it sounds dismissive, but it doesn't actually necessarily mean you're saying it's untrue, necessarily.
Right, but I'm telling you right now, most theologians that go to church, when you say, if you try to interchange, like you say Christian myth, they'll freak the fuck out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, any Christian will freak out. But when we speak of the Christian myth, we're not trying to sit here and turn your literal something literal into something like dismissive, like you said. But really, we're just trying to understand it, how it influences the psyche and our belief system.
Yeah, that's where a lot of atheists fuck up. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna let my soul fall apart for earthly pleasures because I find it hard to believe that a guy could put 2 of every animal on a boat. I don't think he could rain that much. So I'm gonna goon all day and smoke weed until my brain melts because how could he get all the bees on the boat? Like really, motherfucker? How could he get the bees on the boat? How do you turn water? He couldn't turn water into wine. I'm gonna sit here and pay thousands of dollars to OnlyFans models because you can't turn water into wine.
Yeah, holy shit, bro, that's fucking great, dude. Couldn't get the bees on the boat, so I'm gonna fucking put this anal plug in my ass and jerk off to anime.
Whoa. Oh. The jerking off to anime is a bit far, but don't knock the anal plugs until you try it, brother.
Who said I have?
Don't knock the butt plugs till you try.
I know what
brother.
I'm talking about. Anyway, we're talking about myths here. Okay?
We're talking about myths here. Okay, that's a myth.
Let's change the subject. Let's go back.
The male G spot being in the asshole is a myth. It's just a myth.
It's a myth, all right.
It's fake news.
Fake news, man. Oh shit. So so I don't even know where to start. So I guess we're off the cuff here, but think about the old Olympian gods for a second. When we think of myth, I think that's what our Western mind will go to, the myths of Hercules and Achilles and Aphrodite and Prometheus, and how like those fables and those stories shaped our morality. Yeah. So, and how that translates into like the stories that we tell, through Hollywood, or the stories that we read, you know what I mean? And why is it that when these archetypes build up, like these sort of thought processes build up, like what's the hero archetype? Why do we like heroes?
That's why I hate when these like dumb pseudo-intellectual motherfuckers are like, oh, well, if you're reading something that's fiction, if you're not only reading nonfiction, you might as well be watching Real Housewives of Detroit. You're just a stupid. It's like, no, fiction has its place and it can be used as a tool to break things down like that. Because as you said, like the modern myth, how we like build our mythology, fiction is not necessarily worthless Marvel slop for you to swipe through all day. It can be something meaningful.
Or feminist, softcore bestiality, dragon sex, Yeah,
that's what, side tangent. When I was going Christmas shopping and I was trying to find a
book talk.
Yeah, exactly. When you walk into the store to buy books, there's a book talk section. And so I was trying to find a book for grandma to read as like a Christmas present. And most of it's about getting rammed in the ass by a werewolf or getting the shit beat out of you by a billionaire CEO. That's most of the book section now is, oh, what mythological creature do I want to get gaped open by in today?
Exactly. I think let's look at the book. Let's find that it's what is that series, man? It's
50 Shades of Grey.
No, well that one, but there's the one that you're talking about, the werewolves and shit. There's another one called House of Dragons. Hold on, Dragons.
Well, there's a bunch of them with generic softcore porn sounding names. So I mean,
House of Dragons fiction. Nah, I can't find the damn name, but there's like I think her last name's Moss or something like that.
We know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, they're out there. Sarah J. Moss. This is her. She's the one making millions of dollars off of this slop, and it's just like all it is pretty much softcore porn for chicks who like hot dudes that turn into dragons, and you get to ride the dragon.
And now you can just make it with Chat GPT, and no one will know the difference. Exactly. I doubt your average wine mom that drinks herself to sleep every night after picking up the kids from soccer practice. Like, I better feed this literature that I'm flicking my bean to a Chat GPT detector to see if it's made by a real human. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Flicking the bean. Yeah, flicking the bean.
But anyway, back to the real topic here. What were you? Sorry to distract you by talking about,
we're just spitballing, dude. Unfortunately, I don't have anything. I feel somewhat inept, even though I've read a couple of books by Young, and I'm a big fan of his, and I just don't. Unfortunately, I don't know where to go with this other than
this was your pitch. We sat here recorded a fucking voiceover for the intro. You don't know about Young? You don't know about Young?
I do, but
I remember who I was talking about. I remember who I was talking about when I thought Carl Jung was a pothead. It's Carl Sagan.
Oh, Carl Sagan.
It's Carl Sagan was the pothead that did astrology. He was a scientist,
though. He was a scientist. Yeah, he was more a hard science guy.
Yeah, but he was the one that was a pothead.
Yeah. No, but there's another guy that was a Zen English guy. He went to Japan and became a Zen master, and he was a total pothead, but he's a really cool dude. What the fuck is his name? And he talks about Young too. Jesus, I can't remember anyone.
Most of my what do you call this? Most of my philosophy knowledge comes from TikToks generated by artificial intelligence. So.
Obviously.
Well, I got like a couple of them on my TikTok, and I was scrolling. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I was talking about Machiavelli or whatever, but I didn't drop a like and follow because it's AI generated. But I was like, whatever. And then they got to some quote by Machiavelli that didn't make sense grammatically, and I was like, wait a minute, is this AI generated? I guess I knew the voice was. But I was like, holy shit, are these just fake quotes they're pumping out? And I looked it up, and yeah, it's not even a quote. It's just made up shit from AI, and in like a song, or like a if you see these TikToks, it's like a very almost like a goblin, like it's a British accent, but it's skeevy. It's like, you must lie to your friends and tell the truth to your enemies, and then you can see the ways that your enemies contort your truths. Like that kind of weird like D&D voice, and it's like, and they have like pictures of the Greek gods, with the naked Aphrodite and shit in the background, and these old oil paintings, and it's like. Yeah, you just completely wholesale made this with ChatGPT for clicks. This is not even a real quote.
Oh my god, that's funny. That was a pretty good voice, by the way.
Was that a pretty good voice? Maybe we should do that for the intro. We should do that, the sneaky goblin voice. The sneaky goblin voice. Welcome, one and all, to the Rum Dum Podcast. Today we'll be talking about Jungian psychology.
That's pretty good, bro. That's you. I mean, you're a goblin at heart, so you do that.
Dude, I love in Magic the Gathering. If any of y'all play Magic at home, which given the people I talk to, if you're listening to this, you probably play Magic with me. I love me some fucking goblins. I love even outside of Magic, just the concept of a goblin is so fucking cool to me. It's a creature that comes out of mud. It's not born. It doesn't have parents. It doesn't know fucking love or loyalty or honesty. It just comes out of the dirt and exists to take your gold and just blow shit up. Doesn't care if it loses a couple fingers, blows itself up. Just doesn't give a fuck. It's an agent of chaos that comes out of the ground.
Hell yeah.
You seem to be more aligned with like elves. I'm more of a goblin kind of guy.
I don't know, man. I think I might just be a human. I'm not really honest. Sure.
You would just be a human? That's kind of lame if you could go in like a fantasy world. Yeah, I'm just going to be a human.
That's me, bro.
I'm just going to be a human. I'm just going to be a peasant. I'm just going to be a guy. Like, hey, buddy, we're starting a D&D campaign. You want to build your character? Yeah, I'm a guy who pays my taxes to the king, and I just kind of, you run into me every once in a while at the local tavern.
Yeah, just chilling.
I'm just at the local tavern drinking until I eventually die of syphilis or dysentery or whatever. I'm just kind of there,
as people do in D&D.
Yeah,
you gotta roll a die. Will you die of dysentery? Roll your die 20.
You have to do a constitution check to see if this goblin prostitute's going to give you dysentery.
Every turn, you have to do a dysentery check.
Like if the lady that's writing the smut novels or write a D&D campaign, that's how it'd be every town. Instead of going into a dungeon and defeating dragons or whatever, you're just fucking the monsters. You're just fucking the goblins. And then we'll see here. Does the goblin load get into your eye or not?
You roll the agility to dodge it.
You roll the nat 1. The goblin load does in fact glue your eye shut. Rest by a campfire to get your eye unglued by the goblin load.
I think this has turned into a rag on book talk. I think book talk needs to be totally fucking just destroyed.
I don't really have much for book talk.
These desperate femme girls, man. The femme girls.
Femme girls? That's a little redundant.
These feminists.
So you don't have any like coffee table pitch for Carl Jung after you brought up this topic? You don't give me a coffee table pitch. I already did. Elevator pitch. Elevator pitch.
Elevator pitch.
Give me an elevator pitch for Carl Jung.
Wow.
Carl
Jung.
Oh,
I know. Carl Jung was an amazing psychologist who was a student of Sigmund Freud. And he eventually parted ways with Sigmund Freud because he kind of went in his own path. And during his practices, he made these observations and about the human psyche, and he created his own a sort of like compass or topology of the human psyche, if you will. And it has still been studied today. Conscious, unconscious, the enema and the animus, which is the male and female counterparts to everyone's mind. And with his books and stuff, you kind of learn the subtle sort of collective, like, and he talks about the collective consciousness, collective unconscious, and how certain archetypes kind of resonate throughout all cultures, and why that is. And like we're all like, no matter what culture you're in, we all like a hero that overcomes adversity and wins the day. These are these simple things, but why do we how does that happen? What is that? And that's kind of among other things what he talks about. So much stuff. So
couple critiques of your elevator pitch. First off, when you say animas or whatever, you have to make sure that the person you're talking to doesn't think you're talking about enemas, because it sounded very close. It sounded very close to enemas. So
if they think I said enemas, then they could just.
Well, I'm just giving you some constructive criticism here, buddy. So just keep that in mind. That's
the name of it.
Second
the
off,
animus and the anima.
Second off, Sigmund Freud was a fucking magician that played with tigers or whatever. So I don't know. You need to fact check that.
Okay.
That's the guy. Sigmund Freud was the guy that got eaten by a tiger.
Sigmund Freud and Siegfried and Roy.
That's the guy that got eaten by a tiger when he was fucking on stage. Am I wrong?
Siegfried and Roy, yeah.
That's and two
Roy
people?
Sigmund Freud.
I thought it was just one guy.
Oh, that was a good one.
So yeah, you need to iron those out in your
Sigmund Freud, Siegfried and Roy. Oh, and so it's funny because that's a Freudian slip. That's where that comes from. Freudian slip. Oh my god. Oh, that's funny, man. Sigmund. I was like Sigmund. I couldn't remember the magician that you were referencing, but then I was like, wait a second. It's Siegfried and Roy. Oh man. Not the great Siegfried and Roy, but Sigmund Freud.
Okay.
The three different people, technically.
Three different people. Okay, my bad. My bad. But see, this is the kind of people you're trying to recruit into your Jungian studies here. The layman. Yeah. This is a layman's interpretation of your pitch.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you have to take that into account before you go telling people this in public.
That's right, man. That is right.
That's good shit. That's good shit.
Siegfried and Roy.
But anyway, that was it for your seat. So now I have to carry the show now that you're done with Jungian psychology.
Well, I thought this was there's a guy named Alan Watts. I thought that you were talking about, and here I'll send you. Let me see.
Alan Watts.
Here we go. Give up the ego. Let's see if I can. I'll send this to you via Discord here. This is a nice short little clip of Alan Watts.
All right.
Get us in the mood here.
Okay. Oh, it's a short.
Yeah, it's a short.
Okay.
But this dude is like an English Zen master. You could definitely tell he's a fucking hippie.
People say you can't change human nature overnight. You're asking us to give up the ego. And that's the most difficult of all things to do. Actually, it isn't. Because the ego doesn't exist. But of course, if you try to give
What do you
up
mean the
your
ego doesn't exist? That's how you operate in daily life, unless you're like, well, a fucking psychopath. Right? Isn't that just how, like, your brain's base state of being is the ego? Okay, I'll let him cook.
You ever seen this guy before?
I've never seen this motherfucker in my life.
Yeah, he's pretty popular in the...
Then it'll take you to the end of time. Because this is the point. You can't transform yourself. You can't make yourself sane. You can't make yourself loving. You can't make yourself unselfish. And yet it's absolutely necessary that we be that way. It's absolutely necessary. If we
I don't like how he's bending over like that, bro.
The direction
he's like
of
nodding
nature
up
to
and
nature,
down. I don't like it.
which is what it comes to. It's absolutely necessary that we let go of ourselves, and it can't be done.
Well, then what the fuck are you
by
saying,
anything
bro?
that we call doing it, acting, willing.
Is he trying to
or
get me to
even
eat
just
fucking
accepting.
mushrooms? Is that what he's
You
trying to get
can't
me to
do
do? Because I can't
Why?
do it?
Because you don't really exist as that kind of a separate ego or personality.
What the
It's just
fuck?
an idea based on a phony feeling.
Why is he crouching around like a fucking... I don't like this guy, dude. I don't like this guy.
Like him.
Are you a fan of this guy?
Yeah, I like Alan Watts.
Jesus. So what is he trying to say there? Give up the ego, but you can't.
Well,
But you can't do it. But you can't do it. Well, then what the fuck do you mean I got to do something I can't do? The fuck do you mean by that then?
But that's the point. That's the frustration that he's trying to convey. And so if you kind of watch Alan Watts' lectures and stuff, what he's trying to convey is that it's like a simple axiom. I shouldn't say axiom, but it's a simple idea. It's like if when you meditate, try not to think of anything. You know, that's the whole fun, I forgot what they call them, idioms or not idioms. What
No,
they
you have a
call those?
mantra when you meditate.
Yeah, but there's a saying in Zen that like you say something that doesn't make any sense on purpose. Like, what's the sound of one hand clapping? Right? I know that's do it. But the idea behind that is it's supposed to get your mind out of trying to solve problems logically.
Oh, I remember that from world religions class or whatever. Where it was a thing, that kind of thing. Where you ask
There's a word
question that
for
doesn't
it.
make
There's a
any
word
sense,
for it.
and so you ruminate on it and come to a
You're supposed to come to an emotional intuition about it. That's something that you're supposed to be pulled out of your logic process. And it's supposed to shake that.
There's
shake
another
that logic
experiment
process
like
off.
that. Let me do it to you. There's another experiment like that. Hopefully it hasn't been spoiled for you. Okay. How does it go? I'm trying to think of how you're supposed to say it. Okay. Compare a cat and a bowling ball. What do a cat and a bowling ball have in common? Go.
They got holes.
That's it?
They're round.
Okay.
They're fun.
Okay.
All
right, so I prodded you a little bit, but so supposedly this is why psychology is fucking horseshit. The fact that you immediately had an answer out the gate, you didn't like think about it for a minute. Your first answer, they have holes. Apparently, that means you're a psychopath. Do you have psychopathic tendencies?
Are you reading it? Are you like where's that chart? Let me see it. You put the chart up that you're reading. Or are you
I'm
just
not looking
making
at
that
a
shit
chart.
up?
No. I saw it was like a clip from some talk about
Pull
psychology.
it up. I want to see if you're just making this
I
shit
don't
up.
have
Or
it.
is this
No,
like,
I
or
didn't
is
make
this
it up. Well, I have my screen share open. I'll do a
collabo?
live Google. Well, actually, I'll Google it off screen and pull it up. And I think it was a cat and bowling ball was the specific cat and bowling ball psychology question.
Corroborate, yeah. I want to see if this is
Let me
corroborated.
see. For all I know, it's fucking AI generated.
So it's funny how you remember. Oh, they both have holes. Like you remember that specifically.
No. Not. Well, I remember that you said that, but the video I saw was saying that if someone isn't just like confused by the question, they immediately have a confident answer. That means they're a psychopath. And I can't find it, so it's probably some bullshit.
It took me a while to say it.
No, not the holes thing. You said it within a second or two.
Oh, really? It seemed like it was
okay.
forever.
That might have been bullshit. I don't find any results. It was probably bullshit.
I mean, I guess I'm kind of a psychopath, but I'm
Yeah, no, it's bullshit.
no. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit.
I mean, yeah. Psychology on the internet is bullshit. That's what we've learned, including this video. We don't know what the fuck. This is a dirge of the charlatans classic right here. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Sorry,
man.
my spirit, but ones on the spiritual path are gonna hate this video. We're butchering it all.
Do you think so?
But maybe that's a good thing.
Do you think
Maybe
we're gonna
that's a
get
good
hate from
thing.
hippies? What should we call this episode to get hippies to click on it?
Say Zen is wrong or something like that.
Sin
I
is
don't
wrong
know.
because like when we get like a bunch of groypers on the videos because we put Nick Fuentes in the title. So what do we have to put in the title? When I put something about New Age healing on one of our last episodes, it got like no hits. So we say Carl Jung is a fraud or some shit. Alan Watts is a fraud. Click here to find out why.
Yeah.
Alan Watts is a
shit.
complete fraud, and then the thumbnail it'll be
Because he
that
has
picture.
a funny mustache. Yeah.
No, I dig the non-standard facial haircuts. I got to go back to the mug
Oh,
shots.
okay. Well, then you should.
I'm
like
a big
him.
fan.
All right. Well, cool. You do like something. You do like.
I like
him.
that about him. That he has a non-standard facial.
I think you
hair
just got to
pattern.
give him a chance. You
I
got to
don't know.
give
I don't
Watts
like
a
that shit.
chance.
I don't like some fucking hippie from the 70s trying to convince me to eat mushrooms and shit. Like, get the
I
fuck
don't think
outta
he
here.
did. I think he did a little psychedelics, I'm sure. But when he was in Japan setting up Zen temples and stuff. So they're not allowed to do that shit.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Oh, but I mean, he had
not.
like beads around his neck or some shit. And you see a dude wearing
Mm-hmm.
wooden beads in real life.
You know he's for real.
That
You know
dude's
he's
going
for
to try to
real.
convince you to do psychedelic substances in his room.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, because they're not actually psychedelic substances, they're probably Quaaludes. And his name's probably
No.
Bill Cosby. And you're probably going to find some pudding. Take the pudding. I put mushrooms in it. It's psilocybin pudding. That's where that's going to go. If a guy in real life approaches you to take substances in his home, just say no. Speaking of just say no, go ahead and head to the Rum Dum merch shop today and buy a Just Say No t-shirt. It's got an Elon Musk Neuralink brain chip on it, on a brain. And you got to just say no to the brain chip.
That's right. Just say no.
Are you wearing any of our merch right now?
I'm not, but it's on the way, and hopefully I'll be able to wear it next episode.
Like the live
But
show?
I'm getting the brain chip. I'm getting the brain chip shirt.
For the viewers at home, that will be our last episode, the live show that was on Wednesday. Hope you were there for that.
Yeah, man. So,
Well, do you
holy
have any
shit, bro.
thoughts about The Prince by Machiavelli? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I do. I wish. I think should be in all young men's repertoire of.
So from
of
what
books
I've
to
heard
read.
about it, is it a book like the 48 Laws of Power? Where it's kind of like a satire, and this is what you should watch out for, or is it an earnest instruction manual on how to like manipulate people and things like that?
No, it's sort of like think about. I mean, you read Sun Tzu Art of War, right?
Long time ago, because my dad wanted me to. I was like 9, so none of that shit
Right.
stuck. None of that shit stuck. But I did read the words on the page. Yes.
Well, you know how Sun Tzu is kind of set up. There's certain chapters of like in Prince. There's chapters just like the Prince. No,
they're both
chapters are
chapter
set up
books.
like-
They're not picture books.
Both perfect. No, so you know how it's kind of like they go like they kind of talk about like how a general's supposed to act. How does like Sun Tzu would say, okay, this is when you have an army, this is what you do, and all this kind of stuff. So it's separated like that in Prince and Machiavelli. It's like how do you rule? Like how do you be a king and what you should do, and how do you treat your subjects, and when to punish and when not to punish, and stuff like how to project your influence while if you know you're not the most powerful one in the room, how to engage in espionage, or how to engage in soft power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I actually own, which one do I own? Robert Greene I think wrote the 48 Laws of Power, and I read I haven't read the whole thing, but I read a little bit of it, and that's a really great book. It's not. It talks about. It gives it will give a specific lesson, and then it'll give you an anecdote of something that happened in history where that lesson was either that lesson was
learned
violated,
or applied, or violated.
Learned or violated, and then he has another little apex of that particular chapter. And he says that when like in the inverse to show you that it's not all the same, it's not like absolute, but it's really cool. It's a great book. So yeah. And I think that, I need to read it again too. I need to get back. I need to watch. And then like 48 Laws of Power, and like I don't know if it's 48 or 50 Laws of Human Nature.
Okay.
Because he wrote the book. He also wrote the book on. He wrote a lot of books, but he wrote the book on like 48 Laws of Seduction.
Oh,
yeah.
Is there any fucking taking place in the book?
No, there's no pop-up books. I'm sorry, man.
No, I don't mean pictures. I don't mean pictures, but like, does a werewolf's red rocket shoot up somebody's vagoo at any point or anything like that?
You're just gonna have to buy the book and read.
Oh, come on! Don't tell me that. There's not a goblin gangbang. There's no knight in shining armor.
There might be a goblin gangbang.
All right, let's play a fun game. Let's play a fun game. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You're not allowed to Google. You promise?
All right. Oh, I promise.
You promise? Okay. Do you know? Can you name any of the books that are on my shelf behind me in my studio?
Oh shit! I even looked at them too when I was over at your house. I know what you have too.
Oh, don't look! Don't look! I hear you clicking.
I'm not looking at shit.
Okay, you promise?
I'm not clicking shit. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what you had.
Okay, so you can't remember.
Unfortunately, no. But like, I know Jurassic Park's one of them. I know Neuromancer is one of them because I gave it to you, but you might not have it on your bookshelf. But I'm trying to think, what do you have? Oh, you have Common Sense, right, by Thomas Paine.
Well, hold on a second. This gets into the game. I wanted to make sure you didn't know just by memory. I'm going to read a passage from a book, and you have to guess what the book is.
Oh shit!
Do you want to try that?
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to show the audience what the book is. Okay.
All right.
Now I'm going to read a passage. I'm going to read. It's about 2 sentences. Okay.
Okay.
You ready? Actually, hold on. Let me pick something from the start to make it a little easier, probably.
All right.
Check this out.
Okay, this is good.
All right. Actually, I'm going to make it really easy.
Oh, God.
First sentence of the prologue, so it's not going to be out. It's not going to be out of context. Okay.
I'm going to get this wrong.
First paragraph from the prologue of this book, audience. Okay, here we go. The revolutionary force today has 2 targets, moral as well as material. Its young protagonists are one moment reminiscent of the idealistic early Christians, yet they also urge violence and cry, "Burn the system down." They have no illusions about the system, but plenty of illusions about the way to change our world. It is to this point that I have written this book. These words are written in desperation, partly because it is what they do and will do that will give meaning to what I and the radicals of my generation have done with our lives. What do you think? Do you have any ideas as to who that could be?
Wow. Can you say it again? Sorry.
The whole passage?
Yeah. I'm trying to.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and say it again.
All right. Okay. The revolutionary force today has 2 targets, moral as well as material.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think you have a guess, or do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, I thought I just said it. Because I know you have Common Sense on your shelf.
Okay, do you want me to continue, or do you want to go ahead and lock in your final guess?
Oh my God.
Continue.
I'm trying to remember what other book you had. No, hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what other book you had that was, a Founding Fathers book. I could only think of Thomas Paine.
Is that your final answer, or do you want me to continue?
Oh god, dude. I'm gonna guess that.
Okay, so your final answer is what? Common Sense by who's it?
Thomas Paine.
By Thomas Paine.
Thomas Paine.
Wrong.
Thought
It is.
so.
It is Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky.
Oh wow.
I gotta show this.
I kind of was.
Continue.
I was kind of thinking. I was like, is he reading from the Communist Manifesto? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why, because you said something about Christianity, so I missed that part. So
Yeah,
anyway,
I gotta show this clip to Dad because he's always telling everybody he knows to read this book, and then your ass was like, "Oh, is that by Thomas Paine? Is that by the founding fathers?"
Oh my
no,
God.
it's by the fucking Antichrist, according to our dad, Saul Alinsky. All right, hold on. Let me do a fun one. Let me do a fun one.
Oh god.
Let me do a fun one. This is a really fun one right here for the people at home.
God.
This is what we're talking about. All right, check this out. Let's see. I'll do the same thing. The first couple sentences. All right, you ready?
All right.
You ready to play? All right, this is gonna throw you for no, that'll give it away if I do the introduction. So it's got to be the first chapter. That could be a little hint. It'll give it away if I give you the introduction. So it's got to be the first chapter. So a little hint there. Okay. Man, said Turl, is an endangered species. The hairy paws of the Chamco brothers hung suspended above the broad keys of the laser bash game. The cliffs of Char's eye bones drew down over his yellow orbs as he looked up in the mystery. Even the steward, who had been paddling quietly about picking up her saucepans, lumbered to a halt and stared. Turl could not have produced a more profound effect had he thrown a meat girl naked into the middle of the room. What do we think? What book is that?
I have no fucking clue.
You have
I know
no
it's
idea?
fiction.
Okay, fiction. Okay. Anything else we can surmise?
No, man, I don't know.
Yeah, come on, man. This is a classic by one of the best authors. You have no idea?
I have no idea. I have no earthly idea what that is.
All right, well, this references something in the lore, so I'm sure you know about this classic, so me naming this entity should give it to you, okay? You get one more sentence.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. The clear dome of the Intergalactic Mining Company Employee Recreation Hall shone black around and above them, silvered at its crossbars by the pale glow of the Earth's single moon, half full on this late summer night. All right, you've got to know what it is by now. You've got to know what this book is.
It's not Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, is it?
Is that your final guess?
Yeah, because I don't know.
Hitchhiker's Guide to... Okay. Wrong. It's Battlefield Earth by L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did, Pat. You had it out. That's right. I had no idea.
You don't know the works of L. Ron Hubbard?
I know what Battlefield Earth is, but I haven't read it. So
Bro, you're telling me you haven't studied the works of L. Ron Hubbard? How are you gonna get to Zulu, bro? How are you gonna ascend to Zulu if you don't know the classics, bro? How are you gonna understand?
I'll be all right with Battlefield Earth.
All right, well, you're over 2, so I don't think your reading acumen is up to my level. So I guess we'll just stop that game right there, unless you think you can impress me with your literary knowledge. But
no, I think I'm demoralized right now, so I'm fine.
You're demoralized. Do you have any? Because you said earlier that you wanted to make this like a little a book club type thing with your little narration. So do you have any other books you'd like to recommend to the audience?
Well, I have a bunch of books I'm looking at right now.
We should play the game to me. You should read something from one of your books, and I have to guess what it is.
Yeah, but dude, come on, dude, I could read all kinds of other shit, and I might
surprise
read a book
you.
that I know, that's difficult to even guess, bro.
Come on,
but
dude.
I'd have to pick a book. I'd have to pick a book that you were able to know. And
you underestimate my powers.
Oh, bro, give me a break.
Come on, pick one. Do it to me. I'll get that shit.
Unfortunately, I can't because I can't move because of my screen. So as soon as I move, this thing falls.
Everybody saw it on one of the live streams. The fucking your fucking lair.
Well, they don't need to see it again.
No. God.
No, it's
Oh,
okay.
my
I think my demoralization is enough.
All right. Well, everybody at home knows whatever book you could have pulled out of your ass, I would have known what it was. Everybody at home knows
absolutely not.
that. Everybody
Absolutely
at home knows that.
Because that's a game that you can get almost anybody on.
I would have got
But
all those.
I felt bad. I felt bad for the rules for radicals because I was like, at first I was like, is he reading from the Communist Manifesto or some, or like not maybe not Stalin, but like what's his name? Fucking
Stalin, Lenin? Did Lenin write
Lenin,
books?
Lenin, yeah.
Was he a writer?
I don't.
I know-
Absolutely.
Well, he was in the Communist Party, but I didn't know if he wrote books.
I'm thinking of Marx wrote La Capitale, and
Yeah,
I think,
Marx, of course, Marxism.
Marx,
yeah,
yeah.
of course. But I don't think
That's what I guess
Lenin wrote. I don't know. I could be wrong, but
Did he not? Maybe I'm wrong. Huh? Lenin.
yeah, I kind of want to get all like the big text that I think nobody has read because I had a
Lenin.
I had a friend who called himself a what the fuck was it? A cultural Marxist.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, have you ever read Marx? And he was like, no. I was like, what the fuck are you saying, bro? You haven't even read this. But then I would wager probably nobody, even like detractors of it, has read that book. How many people do you think have read the Communist Manifesto? It can't be high.
Yeah.
It can't be a big number. Do you think? Have you read it?
I've read a little bit of it.
That means you've read like an excerpt on the Wikipedia page is what that translates to, everybody. Yeah, I need to get the books that nobody's fucking read and read them. Because I swear nobody's read that. Our fucking dad quotes Rules for Radicals. I swear there's no way he's read that. What do you think? Over, under,
I'm sure
what are the
he's
chances?
read it at one point. I'm sure he's read it at one point.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that doesn't mean he's going to remember every quote. That's the thing about a book. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to remember every fucking thing.
Well, I thought the game was over when I said radicals. I thought for sure the game was over. I was like, oh shit, it says radicals in the first paragraph. But
no, I don't know why. I just, for some reason, like I thought you had Tom. I don't know. I was thinking about what you had in the back. Like
I
what
think
I've
I
seen
do
on your shelf
have
before.
common sense, but I don't think it's on my shelf.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, holy shit. I don't know. I was definitely not prepared for tonight. That's for sure.
That's all right. We're winging it.
Totally
fucking winging
inept.
it.
And I'm not even drinking, so.
We're fucking winging it, dude. It's okay. We're winging it.
Yeah.
We're winging it. We're having
winging it.
fun. We're having a good time. We're chilling
yeah.
we're chilling with the listeners. I know some people are listening to this right now in the future.
In the future?
In the future. Well, yeah, it's not going to come out till fucking Friday. Do you
Oh.
what?
No, we're good. We're good.
Nope. You didn't have something you
But
you forgot?
yeah, man. You know what? Let's try one more time. Maybe
what?
try a book that another shelf book. Another book.
Really?
Shelf book.
You want to try another shelf book?
Yeah, shelf book, yeah.
Okay. This should be easy.
All right.
I remember reading the
Will.
first part of it. I think it makes it apparent what it's about, which should tell you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember right. No, it would have been in the first chapter of the book. Because this is like a big one. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this should give it away. This should be an easy layup for you. I'm showing it to the audience. Okay. And this is something you definitely know about. So like we can lead into this if you even whether you get it right or wrong. Okay. Hell, I'll give you the title of the chapter just to try to give you an easy layup. Okay, how about that?
God, okay.
The Crime of the Century. And then the text over top is 2 decades overdue.
The Great Gatsby?
Is that your final answer? Or would you like me to continue?
No, keep going. Continue.
My life took a sharp left-hand turn on March 21, 1999, the day after my 40th birthday, the day all this started. I was in bed with a hangover, as I'd been after countless birthdays before, and I felt an acute burst of self-loathing. I was a freelance journalist who hadn't worked in 4 months. I'd fallen into journalism almost by accident. For years, I'd driven a horse and carriage on the night shift at Central Park. And over time, my unsolicited submissions to New York Magazine to magazines like New York had led to bigger and better assignments. While I was happy now to be living in Venice Beach and making a living as a writer, I missed New York, and mine was still a precarious existence. My friends had obligations, they'd started families, they worked long hours in busy offices, they led full lives. Even though my youth was behind me, I was so untethered that I could sleep into the afternoon. Actually, I couldn't afford to do much else at that point. I felt like a mess. When the phone rang, I had to make a real effort just to pick it up. What do we think?
What year did you say?
1999 is when his life took a sharp left turn. That's a little bit of a. I'll even help you a little more. That's a bit of a red herring that year.
Oh my God, bro.
That's a bit of a red herring.
I wanted to say. At first, I was like thinking like the guy who did Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter S. Thompson. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's why I kind of came up. Someone that you might like.
All right, I'll give you an easy layup. I found a paragraph that gives you an easy layup.
Wait. It's Benicio del Toro, dude. I don't know but maybe, or that and Quentin Tarantino. I don't know, like an autobiography or something. Is this an autobiography? Or is this like an actual?
It is partially biographical.
Okay.
Do you want
I don't.
Do you want to? All right, I'm going to give you an easy layup. I'm going to give you an easy layup, but you got to listen. I'm only going to read this once. Okay.
Okay.
All right, stop me when you figure it out.
Okay.
The plot of Stranger in a Strange Land, another one of our dad's favorite books, side note, has eerie parallels to Manson's Rise. So much so that after the murders, fans of the novel went out of their way to disavow Manson's connection to it. You think you got it?
I mean, I guess it's got to be a Quentin Tarantino. For sure.
Okay. Do you want me to continue or no?
Yeah, continue. This is
Valentine.
I didn't know that. Okay,
Valentine Michael, a human raised on Mars, is endowed with hypnotic powers. He descends to Earth to foster a new and perfect race. Guarded by Jubal.
Well, I know that book is Stranger in a Strange Land by
I'm reading.
Hyland,
He's explaining something in the context of this. He assembles a nest with about 20 others, almost all women, whom he initiates through sex. He demands that his followers surrender their egos to him in a spirit of total submission. They worship the innocence of children and yearn to exist in a state of such pure consciousness that they can communicate telepathically. Okay, so you've got the connection to that book that you already know. I said another historical figure's name, not going back. I said I'd only read it once. Yeah. So what do we think?
Well, I don't know. It's got to be something about Quentin Tarantino. I don't know.
It does have ties to Tarantino, but it's not by him. Chaos. Charles Manson, the CIA, and the Secret History of the 60s, which was the book he took inspiration from for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, you never heard about this book? It's about all the CIA bullshit with the, Manson. How they kept getting Manson out of prison and all that. You never heard of this book by Tom O'Neill?
No.
Yeah, this is a book about all that bullshit, what the CIA did to him and how they taught him how to use psychedelic drugs to manipulate people and all that shit.
Whoa. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool book. I mean, I didn't know that he was a fan of Stranger in a Strange Land. I didn't know that was his thing.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of like cult leaders do shit like that, where they like take bits of like religion and fiction and their own philosophies and stuff and kind of tie that together. I thought because of how big this book is in conspiracy circles and like how you know about conspiracies and shit, that me just saying Manson, you're like, oh, it's chaos. That's how I thought that was going to go.
I don't know the name of the book, but what I could have been like, I didn't know this was going to, like, as it unfolded, I didn't know it was going to be an autobiography about, or not an autobiography, but
it's more like the whole conspiracy. Yeah.
Yeah. The documentation and conspiracy about Manson. I mean, I kind of figured it was like that. I thought maybe could have been Quentin Tarantino talking about, like, there's no way for me to know, with that small snippet, there's just no way. Anyway, but no, that was cool. I like it. I like a game so we could just introduce books and we can kind of go through them, and it's kind of fun to try.
Yeah.
Do
you have a game idea for me to try to get? Do you have a game idea?
Well,
a little game for the listeners to play along.
Okay, well, hey, you know what? Since we're doing it, I got you something.
Okay, is it the same kind of game where I have to guess something, or is it different?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make it.
And if you want to show your screen behind you or something, if you need to, you can. I can put it in the edit. But come on, you gotta have a game for me because we have about another 10 minutes left to get us to our regular.
You might have to cut out the dead air because I don't have a game. I don't have a game for you. I was gonna do the same game, the book game, but
well, you can do that. But I thought you said you couldn't get to the books.
I had one near me.
Okay, do it. I'm gonna get it easy.
No, you won't get this one. But
okay.
but I'm thinking of a way that maybe you could pretty much you get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I tried to give you
the story.
I tried to give you an easy dub, but all right, hit me with it.
Okay, chapter 1, and well, this first word does give it away, but you would have to know.
Well, I thought it was going to give it away with just the term Manson, so you might be wrong.
Right, but
you might be wrong.
I say give it. Yeah. Forbin leaned back in the plastic-smelling opulence of the armor-plated car of the presidential fleet, gazing at the dartboard neck of the Marine driver. The great moment was a bare 5 minutes away, the moment he had worked unremittingly towards for 12 hard years. Forbin knew it was not his hard work alone. Nothing of this magnitude could be an achievement of one man, or even 100. It had been the collective effort of 2,000 or 3,000 minds backed by thousands of technicians, and it was very large, but his had been the guiding brain, the one with the big overall concept, the vision, and that was the one that counted. Now the job was done, and the moment of triumph was at hand, the moment beyond which he had never had the inclination or time to look, and all he felt was the sense of flatness and overwhelming tiredness. Yeah, this is not a really good one, but
dude, I don't know.
Of course not. Yeah, of course not. I mean, this is just a random book.
Did you show the audience? Did you show the audience?
I finally have this book, and it's we've talked about it on the show before. That's why I brought it. It's Colossus by D.F. Jones.
Oh,
remember Colossus, that little movie?
Yeah,
the preview that we saw that we were making fun of. I told you, I want to read that book. Well, I finally got it, and the reason why it's so just a little bit about the book. It's about this guy, Forbin, who with his colleagues, creates an AI that pretty much runs the American Strategic Command. And it's during the Cold War, and of course Russia has the same kind of AI. And so the Cold War is going on with this AI, but eventually the AI that Forbin made wants to connect to Russian, and eventually the AI just decides to run the whole world.
Yeah.
So, pretty much create Skynet. Skynet's created from this thing called Colossus. And the reason why that name is great is because that's what Elon Musk thinks it's ironic to name his data center. His data center Colossus. So that's why, that's why it was funny.
Oh, God.
So,
what part of that? Just curious, what part of that did you think was going to give it away?
Forbin. But, I mean... Yeah, well, it's just like I said, we've only talked about it a couple times on the show. I didn't think, of course.
Well, when you said that, I thought it was gonna be like the title of the book in it, or something,
No, but because in the movie it's called Colossus: The Forbin Project. Anyway,
it's not called Colossus in the book.
And the only reason why I brought it up because we brought it up on the show before.
Yeah,
we've talked about it, and so it's just a little fun thing that. I can't wait. I haven't read it yet, but it's sitting right next to me, and it's gonna be cool.
Another good book to read that it's kind of hard to read because the way he writes. I guess you can kind of get away with this when you're as prolific as he is Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy, because when he does dialogue, he just says, "Yeah, we're not doing punctuation. You just gotta kind of figure out who's talking based on the context." Well, he does periods and maybe not even question marks, but he doesn't say. In most books, there's quotation marks. And what are you doing here? Samantha asked. Oh, just walking around. Bill responded. And then it just kind of goes from there. And then maybe it says interjected or whatever, and the character names here and there. If him is just a line, it's just the sentence, space, sentence. And it's like, okay, you really got to lock in. Because he does not like punctuation.
Holy shit, man.
But yeah, because he also wrote
Meridian. Well, yeah, what is it? What else did you write? Because you told me about that story.
He wrote The Road.
Okay.
Which turned into a movie. I don't know what else he's wrote. He wrote something else that I think I read in like school. I think the only thing of him that I read was Blood Meridian. Yeah, The Road. Oh, No Country for Old Men.
Oh,
he wrote No Country for Old Men.
Oh, wow.
I forgot about that. I had heard about that, but I forgot about it. I think he's dead now. I'm pretty sure he died. Oh, he just died in 2023.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, he just says, fuck punctuation. I ain't doing that. I don't need it.
That's pretty awesome how you could like write a book with no, or I should say very little punctuation and it still sell. And
not as much as you would expect from a professional writer. He'd be like, do you not have like an editor or anything? Yeah, that book, it's like a controversial book because it seems like almost impossible to make a movie adaptation because how like fucked up all the shit that happens in it is. It seems pretty hard. And then like the main, not the main character, but the character that most people think about when they think about the book, the judge, like the way he's written, he almost seems like a mutant, even though it's a story that takes place in the, like the Wild West, like in America. I forget what state. Well, it takes place, they go to Mexico, so it's got to be in a state close to Mexico because they go down to Mexico eventually. But like the main bad guy, the story that's really the guy that's popping in pop culture right now, the judge, he's basically like a 7 foot tall, hairless albino demon that basically like knows every twist and turn. He studied all of psychology and all that everybody knows. He has all this deep intrinsic knowledge. And he's not technically the leader, but basically he's the guy everybody fall in lines for in the Glanton gang. And there's a story in it that kind of cements him as basically being the devil because it's a story from Paradise Lost. Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So there's a thing that parallels in it where I forget the part because I haven't read that, but where they're in the desert and they're all out of gunpowder and they're being chased by Indians. So he's been collecting all these little like rocks and minerals and stuff. And then the rest of the gang is freaking out. Oh, the Indians are going to get to us. They're going to kill us. We don't have any gunpowder. What are we going to do? And he starts grinding up these rocks and minerals he's found with a rock, just bashing him. Like, what the hell is he doing? He starts piling this stuff into a pile. Like, what are you doing, dude? We're about to die. And you're sitting here mixing around rocks and crystals and stuff. And then he just starts pissing into the fucking pile of stuff he's put together. He says, everybody come over here and piss on this. So they start pissing on this pile. Then he starts mixing it up with his arm. He's getting in there, mixing it. He lays it on this volcano. They got next to like a volcanic rock. He lays it out on these hot rocks and lets it dry. And he had, with his knowledge, found the elements he needed to put together to make gunpowder. So they could scrape it off of the hot rocks after it dried and put that together to make them gunpowder. So he's literally like this Raymond Reddington fucking MacGyver kind of dude who knows everything about everything. He's well versed in psychology, the sciences, animals. Nice. He knows everything. Nice. And yeah, he's basically seen as like this figure that, like, it's rumored that he never sleeps. There's people say that he can't die. And he's literally so strong that in the book, there's a scene where they're held up in a castle and he kind of knew they were about to be attacked. And he had ripped off one of the cannons that was like bolted down to the bricks with old timey bolts, ripped it off of the castle and had put it in his room facing the door. So he's like a fucking Goliath. So anyway, it's almost like a fantastical telling of this real life gang, and the judge was a real guy. And it's like a fantastical retelling of that, and everything that happens in it is just so like over the top, violent. So, but yeah, it's a good read if you can stomach it. It's a good fucking read.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's a good read.
Well, good shit, gang. Well,
What do you think? You think
hey,
that's it for the Big 5-0? You think that's it for the Big 5-0?
Yeah, the Big 5-0. I mean, we did a couple books that we like. You know, I mean, I've got many books, but maybe that'd be kind of a nice thing. Talk about some books and shit. Maybe some. I found a really good YouTube channel. A couple of good YouTube booktubers. Not the fucking Sarah J. Maas shit.
Yeah.
But a guy that kind of like reviews books and like that are like just like that'll like books that'll change your life, kind of like fiction, nonfiction, kind of anything, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, guys. I guess we'll maybe pick off on that note. Maybe next episode, or whatever. We'll continue on this train of thought. We hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to check out the merch, like, comment, subscribe. Go to all the different socials. Check out the live streams on Wednesdays, and we will see y'all in the next one. Deuces.